Alright guys, so a lot of people ask me how I rig my shark rigs. Now, I'm going to show you the easy way if you only have a couple little things and you want to buy just 2 things. This is an 11-aught Mustad Ultra Demon Ultra Point, something like that. It's a Mustad Demon hook, 11-aught. I'm going to run that with a cable crimp and 200-pound, 200 pounds? Yeah, 200-pound cable-coated wire. Run that to a giant swivel, run that with a fish finder rig, and your sinker, whether it's 6 ounce, 8 ounce, 10 ounce, whatever you want. I'm using 6 ounce right now, but as you can see, it's not rough at all out, even though we just had a storm. So, that's the simple rig. All right, the second most asked question is how do I rig my shark bait? On the farthest rod right now, I got a fluke on. This one I got a mackerel. The last one I'm gonna try a bunker. So whichever rod goes off, I could switch over depending on what gets hit. So, a lot of people like to hook these right through the lips and right through the skull. That's good because it's gonna hold your bait, but what you want with the hook, when you set the hook, you want the hook to rip out of the bait and stick the shark. You don't wanna be fighting the bait and the shark because this is actually gonna hinder and could possibly pop the hook out or you're not gonna get a solid hook. So what I like doing, I like finding a solid piece on the bait. So this is fresh bunker, so I'm good to hook it back here and not through the eyes. So I'm gonna stick it in, run the hook all the way back as far as I can, and then pop it out, push the eye of the hook into the bait with the cable crimps, then have your hook sitting out. Obviously, this isn't perfect, but this is ideally it. You want the hook sitting out as far. You don't want this somewhere where it could lay right against the bait, because then when you set that hook, you might not get it in the shark again. The whole point is to hook the shark. So I don't really like how this is hooked, so I'm gonna try somewhere a little closer. Sometimes I go right through the gill plate, so it's a better solid hook, but that is gonna be enough to rip out when I do set that hook. So just try and feed it as far back as you can. And being that it's in the gill plate, it's gonna hold. Sink that in, that's perfect. Even if it rotates, this is still gonna be up enough to hook the shark. So that's it guys, how to hook your shark bait.